Hey guys, this is Phil with PJ Tanks. Bringing you a video that's long overdue. Just going to give you a brief overview of the tank that I got going on here. Alright, let's see. To start off with, it's a 55 gallon non-dirt. It is not a dirted tank. I was actually playing around with that a little bit. What I got going on here is, if you can see it, it shows a little bit right there. Let me get this camera into focus. See if there we go, into focus. I got a layer of fluorite on the bottom. Actually, it's about an 1.5 to 2 inch layer all the way across the tank. Just kind of seeing how that'll do. No dirt mixed in with it, just only fluorite. And then I have some lighter or some smaller gravel going on right here, and a little bit bigger stuff over here. And I got some more of the small stuff over here, as you can see. Kind of several things about this tank to say. I do have T5. I am running T5 lighting here. It is not the high output bulbs. It's actually each bulb's only 14 watts. So if anybody has any advice as far as that goes, a cheap upgrade or something that I could fit into there with that, I'm running just the BioWheel filter that does everything that I need it to. I was going to run a canister, but I feel like that might have been a little bit overkill for this tank, and I have not had any issues out of that. It's a great filter, and it aerates the water plenty enough with those wheels and everything. Let's see. That's pretty much that as far as pretty low-tech tank, I guess you could say. In fact, extremely low-tech. And I'm getting a lot of decent plant growth going on. They don't seem to have any issues with the lighting or the substrate, but especially being such a new tank, I mean, there's a lot of new growth going on over here. Let me get it back into focus. Got a lot of new growth going on over here. Some new growth going over here. You can see just that whole thing grew in about just a couple days. So pretty happy with that. Let's see. Got these swords going on over here. Hoping to get some more growth out of them. If anybody has advice for that. I love this piece of driftwood. This is probably my favorite plant in the whole tank. I'll just be honest with you. It's not the biggest, it's not the boldest, but it's a Nubius, and I love it. But that's what I got going on as far as that goes. Now, just to talk about my fish a little bit, I did go with live bears per the recommendation of my buddy Jaden, who you guys know is a guppy guy. He is the guppy master. He breeds them, has probably 100 of them, and that's his thing, man. So I didn't want to exactly go with the exact same thing as him, so I actually went with mostly Pilates. This tank is mostly filled with different varieties of Pilates. I maybe have, there's less than 20 fish in this tank, I guarantee it. There is a few guppies though, however. I just saw the male. Where'd he go? There he is. That is the only adult male in this tank, and it was donated by Jaden. And that is the only adult female in this tank, and she's actually pregnant right now. I did have 2 adult females, but one of them died shortly after being put in the tank. I think she went into shock. Might have been something wrong with her. I don't know, because I haven't had any problems with any of my other fish. So, but she's pregnant, and hopefully gonna be giving birth soon. I don't know. Anybody have any advice about that? Just let me know. But this is the exciting part right here. If you look under this driftwood, you can see that there is some babies. Let me see if I can find some for you guys. I don't even see any at the moment. There's probably, oh, there's a little guy right there being bold, swimming out in the big water with the other fish. But I have maybe, I don't know, in between 10 and 15 babies that I've seen or noticed, and that's not necessarily an accurate number in this tank. Jaden did donate 4 or 5 of the babies, because he has this theory that says if there's babies in the tank, and the big fish that are getting used to a tank, if they're used to seeing babies in the tank, then they won't mess with the fry. If they're used to seeing it, they won't think it's food, because it'll just be normal to them. So we did put some fry in here. They're guppy fry. So pretty excited to see what they're going to grow up to be. As far as the Pilates go, nobody really messes with the fry. And of course, I got the only other fish in here that's not live bear is, you see that guy. I got about 5 cories in here, albino cories. But when it comes to platies, man, I have a big, huge variety, and I'm hoping if anybody could give me some advice on it, I'm hoping that these guys interbreed with the different varieties and different colorations, and I was hoping to get some kind of mixtures going on. And if that's even at all possible, that might be just a foolish amateur mistake. So somebody has some advice. But I do have this adult male sword here, and I think he is such a cool looking fish. And I have a female of a different variety, the blood red one. And I didn't even know, that's the only 2 swords in the tank, and I didn't know if they would actually even interbreed with each other because they're different. I think it'd be cool. I'd love to see what the fry would look like, because I just think it'd be kind of boring to have a bunch of the exact same fish, So if anybody has any advice on platies, I don't know anything about them and need some advice. Also, see this guy right here, let me get it into focus, and it's not going to focus on him. But as you guys can see, it is a snail. It is a mystery snail, I believe. There you go. You can see him a little better that way. But I probably have 30 to 50 of these guys in the tank. You can see them everywhere. There's one right there. There's some on that plant right there. Some on that plant right there. I need to know what is going on with these guys. They are not eating the tank. I mean, they're not eating the plants in the tank. I haven't noticed that there's any holes or bite marks on any of my leaves or anything like that. So I wasn't really worried about it. I didn't know if they could become an issue because of their large population. And I know I could get fishes such as like a clown loach that would happily eat them. And I think a clown loach is a really cool fish, but I didn't know if it would be unwise to put a clown loach in here since I'm trying to breed live bears. I didn't know if a clown loach would mess with the fry. I don't know anything about them. Or if it's not an issue, then I was just going to let the snails be. I didn't know if it was an issue that I needed to resolve even at all. So anybody that has any advice about the snails or some advice about the platies, get back at me. Or any comments about my tank really would be much appreciated. All right, guys. I'm sure you'll be getting some more videos from me and Jaden later.